Good evening and welcome to the regular meeting of the Frankfort Village Board. Tonight is Monday, October 20th, 2025. I'll call this meeting to order and I ask our clerk, Katie Schubert, to take the roll, please.
Mayor Ogle?
Here.
Trustee Ledden?
Here.
Trustee Savaria?
Here.
Trustee Rigoni?
Here.
Trustee Petro?
Here.
Trustee Borelli?
Here.
Trustee Rossi?
Here.
Attorney Lamore?
Present.
Village Administrator Pisha?
Here.
Assistant Administrator Barica?
Present.
Chief Chalepis?
Here.
And Clerk Schubert is here. We have quorum.
Thank you, clerk. If everyone would please stand with me and we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The next item on here is what's called the unanimous consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda are considered to be routine in nature and will be enacted in one single motion. There's no separate discussion of these items unless a trustee so requests, in which event that item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately. At this time, I ask if any trustees would like to remove any items from the consent agenda. Hearing none, can I get a motion and a second to approve? We have a motion and a second. We'll go through these items so that those who are in the audience or watching at home or later know what the village board is voting on. And these complete packets in detail are available on the village website at frankfortil.org. So we have the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting from October 6th of 2025, and then we have the approval of the bills, and we'll go to Trustee Rigoni.
Thank you, Mayor. This evening's bills out of the General Capital Corporate Fund is $116,095.66. Out of the Capital Development Fund is $29,837.62. And at the Sewer and Water Operation Maintenance Fund, $76,155.13 for a total of $222,088.41. Some notables, a lot of the expenses were associated with the new sign out at Old Frankfort Way that is currently underway. So it is nice to see that when we approve something and it gets to be put into construction and seeing the bills come through. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. We have several items from the Committee of the Whole, and the first item we'll go to Trustee Savaria.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The first item is Fiscal Year 2025 Annual Comprehensive Financial Report. The Annual Comprehensive Financial Report of the Village of Frankfort for fiscal year ended April 30th, 2025 has been completed. The village is required to publish audited financial statements within 6 months of the close of each fiscal year. The report includes financial statements presented in conformity with generally accepted accounting principles and services to provide transparency and accountability to the public, assist corporate authorities in assessing the village's financial health, and demonstrate compliance with financing reporting standards. Lauterbach and Amann, LLP, certified public accountants, issued an unmodified clean opinion on the village's financial statements for the year ended April 30th, 2025. The village has received the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financing Reporting from the Government Finance Officers Association for 35 consecutive years. At the October 8, 2025 Committee of the Whole, Lauterbach and Amann Representative Sidney Marks presented the audit findings to the village's corporate authorities. It was a consensus of the committee to forward the recommendation to the village board to accept an annual comprehensive financial report as presented. The motion before us is to accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole and accept the Village of Frankfort's annual comprehensive financial report for the fiscal year ended April 30th, 2025.
Thank you. The next item on here, we'll go to Trustee Borelli.
Thank you, Mayor. Next item is the holiday lighting and decoration services contract bid award. The staff developed specs and solicited competitive proposals for holiday lighting and decoration services at the Village Hall, the Police Department, Brighter Green, and Route 30 and 45 entrance sign for a 3-year term. Wingreen Landscape Incorporated, the village's current contractor, was the sole bidder, submitting a 3-year proposal totaling $203,269.00. At the October 8th Committee of the Whole meeting, the Committee of the Whole reviewed the bid and recommended awarding the contract to Wingreen Landscape. The motion before us tonight is to accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole and adopt Resolution authorizing the execution of a 3-year contract with Wingreen Landscape Incorporated for holiday lighting and decoration services at designated village properties in the amounts of $65,997.00 for the 2025 holiday season, $68,636.00 for the 2026 holiday season, and $68,636.00 for the 2027 holiday season.
All right, thank you. Next item, we go to trustee Petro.
Thank you, Mayor. The item before us is the replacement dump truck purchase approval. At the October 8th, 2025 Committee of the Whole meeting, Utilities Director Zach Brown requested authorization to replace U3, a 2011 Ford F-450 one-ton dump truck due to mechanical issues and declining reliability. The village received governmental discounted pricing from Curry Motors Frankfort in the amount of $67,800 for the purchase of a 2026 Ford F-450 chassis 4x4. A Sourcewell contract bid was also received from Monroe Truck Equipment in the amount of $41,030 for removal of the existing stainless steel dump bed from the 2011 truck, installation of the new chassis, and installation of new snow plow equipment. It was the consensus of the committee to forward a recommendation to the village board to authorize the purchase of the 2026 Ford F-450 truck and associated equipment. The motion before us is to accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole and adopt a resolution authorizing the purchase of a 2026 Ford F-450 chassis 4x4 truck from Curry Motors Ford of Frankfort and the installation of the dump body and snow plow equipment by Monroe Truck Equipment for the total amount not to exceed $108,830. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next item, we'll go to trustee Rossi.
Thank you, Mayor. Disposal of surplus vehicles. At the October 8th, 2025 Committee of the Whole meeting, Superintendent Terry Ketzel requested authorization to dispose of 3 vehicles that are no longer necessary or useful to the village due to mechanical issues. A 2001 Ford E350 van, 2005 Honda Civic, and a 2005 Nissan Sentra. Utilities Director Brown also requested authorization to dispose of the U3 chassis truck and send it to auction once decommissioned, a 2011 Ford F-450 chassis. It was a consensus of the committee to forward a recommendation to the village board to authorize the disposal of the surplus vehicles as presented. The motion before us: accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole, waive the first and second readings, and pass an ordinance authorizing the sale of certain surplus vehicles owned by the Village of Frankfort and their disposal through public auction. Thank you.
All right, thank you. For the next item, we'll be going to trustee Ledden.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So this item is the sale of surplus real estate located at 22677 Lily Pad Lane. At the October 8th, 2025 Committee of the Whole meeting, Administrator Pisha presented a certified appraisal for village-owned property located at 22677 Lily Pad Lane, formerly the site of a single-family residence that was demolished following a house fire. The certified appraisal value of the property at $150,000 based on comparable sales. Pursuant to statutory requirements, staff recommended listing the property for no less than 80% of the appraised value, or $120,000. It was the consensus of the committee to move forward with a recommendation to the village board to declare the property surplus and authorize its sale. The motion before us this evening is to accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole and adopt a resolution authorizing the sale of surplus real estate owned by the Village of Frankfort and commonly known as 22677 Lily Pad Lane at a minimum sales price of not less than $120,000. Thank you.
All right, thank you. For the next item, we will go back to trustee Savaria.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The next item is the Will County Animal Control Intergovernmental Agreement. Police Chief Leanne Chalepis presented an intergovernmental agreement, IGA, between the County of Will and Village of Frankfort for assistance with wildlife rabies control services. While Will County Animal Control is currently not able to provide animal placement or temporary sheltering, the proposed IGA addresses responses for bats in residences and the handling of dangerous animals for Frankfort residents. At the October 8th, 2025 meeting, the Committee of the Whole recommended entering into the IGA. The motion before us is to accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole and adopt a resolution authorizing execution of an intergovernmental agreement between the County of Will and the Village of Frankfort for the assistance with wildlife rabies control services.
All right, thank you. And then for the final item on the Committee of the Whole, we'll go back to Trustee Borelli.
Thank you, Mayor. The last item number 7 is the Code of Ordinances Amendment, Chapter 120, Pre-Owned Merchandise. Chief Jalep has presented proposed amendments to Chapter 120, Pre-Owned Merchandise of the Village Code, originally adopted in 2011 to regulate businesses engaged in the resale of used merchandise. The ordinance reflects changes in technology and regulations since adoption. Key amendments include adoption of Leads Online as the reporting platform, expanding definitions of applicable merchandise categories, increase in the minimum item value threshold for reportable sales to $30, in alignment with the updated Pawnbrokers Act and the Resale Dealers Act. It was the consensus of the committee to forward a recommendation to the village board to adopt the proposed amendments. The motion before us tonight is to accept the recommendation of the committee of the whole, waive the first and second readings, and pass an ordinance amending the Village of Frankfort Code of Ordinances, Title 11, Business Regulations, Chapter 120, Pre-Owned Merchandise.
Okay. Those are all the items on the consent agenda tonight. We have a motion and a second. There is no further discussion. And we'll go to our clerk, Katie Schubert, for the vote.
Trustee Letton?
Yes.
Trustee Savaria?
Yes.
Trustee Rigoni?
Yes.
Trustee Petro?
Yes.
Trustee Borelli?
Yes.
Trustee Rossi? Motion carries.
All right, thank you, clerk. The next item that's on here, there'll be 4 motions for this, for the Country Crossing subdivision. It's not typical for the mayor to vote, but on annexations, I do vote, and I will be voting on the items A and B, but not on C or D. So we will go to our trustee Rigoni for this project.
Thank you, Mayor. Before us this evening is Country Crossing subdivision. The corporate authorities of the Village of Frankfort held a public hearing immediately prior to this meeting to review proposed amendments to the annexation agreement for Country Crossings North and Country Crossing South. The overall property is zoned R2 Single Family Residential District. The original annexation agreements, which are set to expire November 7th of 2025, govern the development of the property and originally provided for a total of 161 single-family homes across 3 phases. The property was purchased by Laraway Homes LLC in 2022. Due to the updates to current floodplain and wetland maps, adjustments to the final plat for the proposed Country Crossings development are required. Because of the existing annexation agreements incorporate the original preliminary plat of subdivision and 3 final plats of subdivision previously approved but never recorded, as exhibits, amendments are necessary. The proposed amendments provide the approval of the final plat of subdivision for Country Crossings Phase 1 and to extend the annexation agreement for an additional 5 years beyond the original expiration date. The proposed amendment further provides Laraway Homes LLC shall dedicate 55 feet of property along the west property line, Pfeiffer Road, and 75 feet of property along the southern property line, Laraway Road, to the village for roadway, bike path, utilities, and other village-approved uses. Additionally, Laraway Homes shall construct at its sole cost improvements to both Pfeiffer Road and Sauk Trail as specified in the agreements. The Village of Frankfort and Laraway Homes seek to amend the annexation agreements to ensure consistency with the updated development documents. The motions before us is to waive the first and second reading and pass an ordinance amending the annexation agreements for Country Crossings North dated November 7th, 2005, and between the Village of Frankfort and Laraway Homes successors in interest in to First Midwest Bank as trustee dated October 1st, 1976 as trust number 76-770 concerning the property located at the east side of Pfeiffer Road, the south side of Sauk Trail, and the north side of Laraway Road, Frankfort, Will County, Illinois.
Okay, thank you. So we have the first motion. Can we get a second before we begin discussion?
Second.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Is there any members of the board that would like to begin discussion? If not, we have a motion and a second. We will go to the vote. Clerk, would you mind calling the vote, please?
Trustee Lennon?
Yes.
Trustee Savaria?
Yes.
Trustee Rigoni?
Yes.
Mayor Ogle?
Yes.
Trustee Petro?
Yes.
Trustee Borelli?
Yes.
Trustee Rossi?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, thank you. Trustee Rigoni, if you wouldn't mind reading motion number 2.
Thank you. To waive the first and second readings and pass an ordinance amending an annexation agreement for Country Crossing South dated November 7th, 2005, by and between the Village of Frankfort and Laraway LLC, successors in the interest of First Midwest Bank as trustees dated October 1st, 1976, as trust number 76-770, concerning the property located at the east side of Pfeiffer Road, the south side of Sauk Trail, and the north side of Laraway Roads, Frankfort, Will County, Illinois.
Okay. We have the motion read. Is there a second? Okay, we have a motion, a second. Now we're open for discussion. Any trustees would like to discuss any points on this?
Mayor, may I?
Yes, Trustee Rigoni.
I just wanted to clarify, on point number 9-15, it strikes the decorative bridge requirement. My understanding is not a decorative bridge, but rather a culvert. And typically, we've looked at, when we do have culverts that are in subdivisions, maybe not such the decorative as we would a bridge, but at least some stamped concrete. I don't know if it's appropriate to modify the annexation agreement and/or if it can just be reflected on the records. As I understand, this is going through final engineering, that possibly if, my fellow board members are interested, that making it on the record that as final engineering comes, that comes back in some type of decorative, whether it's stamped concrete or something, to ensure that it is consistent with what we've required in other developments around.
The applicants are here. Would you like to comment at this point? No objection. Okay, thank you. Any other comments from the board for discussion? All right, then go back to our clerk for a vote, please.
All right. Trustee Lennon?
Yes.
Trustee Savaria?
Yes.
Trustee Rigoni?
Yes.
Mayor Ogle?
Yes.
Trustee Petro?
Yes.
Trustee Borelli?
Yes.
Trustee Rossi?
Yes.
Motion
great.
carries.
All right, thank you, clerk. Trustee Rigoni?
Okay, next motion is to approve the final plat of subdivision for Country Crossings Phase 1 prepared by Design Tech Engineering, Inc., dated 10/15/2024, with the last revision dates of 9/26/2025, establishing 43 single-family residential lots in accordance with the reviewed plans and subject to final engineering approval and any necessary technical revisions prior to recording.
Okay. That was the motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this item?
Just one comment that I appreciate from staff, that the final plat updated from 2002, which is always interesting to go back and see all the notes of what's still applicable today, which is most of it, but that this does reflect 2 fewer, less lots, so that each lot is greater than the 15,000 minimum standard. Thank you.
Is there any other discussion on this item? Okay. Hearing no further discussion, we'll go back to our clerk, Katie Schubert, for the vote.
Trustee Lennon?
Yes.
Trustee Savaria?
Yes.
Trustee Rigoni?
Yes.
Trustee Petro?
Yes.
Trustee Borelli?
Yes.
Trustee Rossi?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, thank you. Trustee Rigoni, if you do the final one,
Okay,
please.
so the final motion before us is to approve the plat of easement for surface overland flow to the Village of Frankfort, Illinois, prepared by Design Tech Engineering, Inc., dated 8/13/2025, subject to any necessary technical revisions prior to recording.
All right. So we have a motion. Can I get a second, please?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. We're open for discussion. Is there anyone on the board who wants to discuss any of this item? Okay. Hearing none, we'll go to our clerk, Katie Schubert, for the vote.
Trustee Lennon?
Yes.
Trustee Savaria?
Yes.
Trustee Rigoni?
Yes.
Trustee Petro?
Yes.
Trustee Borelli?
Yes.
Trustee Rossi?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. And thank you to the board, and also thank you to our applicant here for, and staff for helping to get this over there. So thank you so much. Next item is what's known as the mayor's report. And we have a couple exciting things going on. First, Franktober continues. the weather held out this weekend for our Scary at the Prairie event, which is a costumed race for families, and 229 participants this year. I also want to thank our First Lady, Kim, Trustee Maura Rigoni, and our village clerk, Katie Schubert, as well as village staff who are out there volunteering. I know you have very busy schedules, and you volunteered your time and also brought the sunshine. Home Depot is celebrating 20 years in Frankfort. They came in October of 2005, and they had a little celebration today, cutting a 2x6 that had the names of people who were here when it was first put in place. The village annual curbside leaf collection program begins today, October 20th, and will continue through December 1st. Residents are reminded to rake their leaves onto the parkway just inside the curb line. Please don't put them out in the street or near the storm drains. That just causes flooding. Homewood Disposal will continue yard waste and branch collection through November. The Village Frankfort, in partnership with our Frankfort Public Library, invite the public to enjoy an evening of spooky stories and hocus pocus this Friday, October 24th, on Brighter Green. The event will feature not too spooky stories, so you can bring your family from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., followed by a magic show from 7 to 7:30, and costumes are encouraged. I believe we'll have hay bales out there, so you don't really have to worry too much about bringing a chair. The Frankfort Police Department will host its annual E.F. Bucko Costume Parade and Safety Trunk or Treat event this Saturday, October 25th. It's from 10 a.m. till noon in downtown Frankfort. The costumed parade will begin at 10 a.m. and be followed by trunk or treating. Local businesses and community organizations will hand out candy and small trinkets from their decorated trunks during this family-friendly event. The police department will also be collecting non-perishable food items for the Frankfort Food Pantry as part of its Scare Away Hunger food drive. So when you're coming to collect candy for your children or your grandchildren, bring some non-perishable goods for some folks that are struggling. And just a good thing to do for all of us. Our Frankfort Country Market will wrap up its 2025 season this Sunday, October 26th. They go from 9 to 1, and it's in downtown Frankfort, and the village extends its appreciation to all our vendors, our residents, and visitors for helping make this an incredibly successful and vibrant market season. And last item I have for today is that our official trick-or-treat hours for the Village of Frankfort will be from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Friday, October 31st. We wish everyone a safe and enjoyable Halloween, and we'll see you in November. And that's all for the mayor's report tonight, and we'll go to our clerk, Katie Schubert, for board comments.
Thank you. Our next village board meeting will be Monday, November 3rd. It will be our first meeting going back to business attire. And then after that, our committee of the whole meeting for November is on Wednesday, November 12th at 5:30 p.m. right here at Village Hall. And that's all I have today.
All right, thank you. Trustee Ledden.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would just like to thank our Director of Finance, the village administration, and everyone who worked so hard in completing that audit. Another fine year. They should be very proud. That's all I have.
Thank you. Trustee Savaria.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. With the country market closing on this next Sunday, I just want to thank Sue Lynchy for all the work she's done on it.
Okay, thank you. Trustee Rigoni.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I would like just to thank staff and all their time. Today's packet was 528 pages. It is a lot to review, and I appreciate all of the hard work that goes into us to provide us all our information to make our sound decisions here. I'd also like to remind everyone of the 9 p.m. routine. Make sure that your doors are locked, your cars are locked, and your valuables are taken out of your car to ensure that we do not open ourselves up to unwanted guests.
There we go. Trustee Petra.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to wish everyone a happy Halloween and make sure to get out and enjoy some of these activities before they come to a wrap this season. Thank you.
Okay, Trustee Burley.
Thank you, Mayor. I wanted to give a shout out to the Frankfort Restaurant Association for their help with their work on the Oktoberfest. That was not this past weekend, but the weekend before. Did a great job as always. Matt Grissetta, John Cosgrove, and Joe Evans put a lot of work into it, so that's appreciated. So does police, public works. Sue does everything, so big thank you to all of them on the event. Also to the Downtown Frankfort Business Association who were involved this year. So heard it was a great event. Was out of town for a lacrosse tournament, so hopefully next year. And then another shout out to Public Works. The sign looks great at Old Frankfort Way, so great job again. Thank you.
Trustee Rossi.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a quick shout. The Trunk or Treat event is a great event for children and adults, and I would highly recommend that our residents try to attend.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other business come before us tonight? Okay. We're at a point called public comment. There is no one in the audience tonight, so hearing no public comment, can I get a motion and a second to adjourn, please?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody, and have a happy and safe Halloween.